Hello everybody, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook. And oh, I forgot my water over here. I need my water. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about what my reading plans are for the month of August. And I was going to, if you can see over here, I have my blind TBR card of, is it 2 years now? I feel like it's 2 years. I don't feel like I did this last year. I think it was the year before. At least a year and a half I've had these. And so I thought I would pull in a book from here, maybe two, because I'm trying to get through them, because if I'm not going to read them, they no need for them to stay here. But if I do read them, like I had a couple that were pleasant surprises. So I want to try to get through them. So I'm going to try to pull them from that and see if I can get myself to read one that. I also have at the end of the video a giveaway for a book that I bought too. I mean, I don't know if you guys have done that, but I've done it so many times. It is unreal. I mean, now I should not do that because I track I put the books that I get ebook, and I've sometimes done that with an ebook. Okay, that's understandable because you don't see it physically. But to do a duplicate of a physical book, I don't know how I do it. And from two different locations, like two different places. So I was like, oh no. So I thought I'd just do a giveaway so somebody else can enjoy it. I'm going to go off the cuff. I didn't plan on how I'm going to do it, but somebody's going to get this book. So I'll stay tuned for that at the end. So let's talk about the books that I don't know if I put any, let me see if I wrote it in here too. No. Okay, let's talk about the books that I am thinking about for the month of August. And I say thinking about because what I did was I had been accumulating books on the floor over this region, you can't see, where the new bookcase that we built together. And that's kind of like I'm thinking like a TBR bookshelf. And so there were books that were in there that I felt like, I don't think I'm really going to read this right now. I don't feel drawn to it. So I pulled some of those out, put some of the newer books that I have gotten in it. And while doing that, I started looking at, and I should have done a video. Next time I do that and I pull books from there, I'm going to do that. But I ended up pulling the books that I was thinking of reading for the remainder of the year. And then there were a couple books in there that I have for August. So yeah, I have to remember that because it was kind of fun. I had a conversation out loud with myself. I might as well have recorded it of me talking through and rediscovering some books on here that I'm like, why haven't I read this yet? So I think the key for me also is to keep going through this periodically, maybe even once a month or twice a month, go through and look at the books and read the back, because sometimes you think you know, but you don't know. And then decide, because there's some great ones on there that I want to get to. So, and I have some books that I had pre-ordered with the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale that are going to be floating in over the next couple months. And so I have to make room. So that's what I had done with that. But let's get on to what I'm thinking about for August. And I obviously won't be able to read all of them because I don't read that fast. But I feel like if I have a range, then if I'm in the mood, and I'm going to read it. And if I don't want it, I'll go to the next one on the list. So let's start with the first one. This one is, I think this one was released, because this is now in paperback. So is this a year old now? This one is, nope, it's 2026. So this is a new release, which is Where the Wildflowers Grow, a novel by Tara Shelton Harris. And I have the other book. I saw it on, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. I have her other book. I have not read that either. So we're going, yeah. This one, which she really has beautiful books. I'm so glad that I got the paperback because they are the same size. They can go together on the shelf. This is the other one that she'd written long after we were gone. That sounds really good. I feel like this is more fall for me. And this is summer. So, I mean, I got summer flower vibes on here. So I'm thinking I'm going to read this one. And then I didn't put this in my list, but I might add it to my big pile of potential for the fall, especially if this one goes well. So there's that. And I shouldn't even be touching this bookshelf because we know I'm not going to do it. Okay, so we have this one, and I'll read a little bit. I mean, if it's everywhere, so I hate to waste time, but I'll read a little bit. It says, Leah is the last of the wilds. She knows this because she watched them all die. Grief never truly fades, and even as the tragedy haunts her, Leah, or Lee, carries on because survival is in her blood. So when the transport bus taking her to prison careens off the road, killing everyone on board except her, she does what's in her nature. She survives. I'm not reading anymore, but what's that about? So, it says it's an insightful depiction of the tenacity and bravery it takes to start a healing journey and of the beauty that lies on the other side. So I think this sounds good too. So I feel like this would be a great one to read in the summer, and it's just so darn pretty. I want to get it over with because I feel like I don't want to read this because of how it looks. I don't really feel like it's a fall book, so I really feel pressed to get to that one. Another one that it's got summer in the title. I read almost all of this author's books. I met her when she did her debut novel, and that's when I started on the journey with her, and I really like her contemporary fiction. And this is The Summer Girlfriend, a novel by Christina Forrest. So it's summer. It's got to be read now. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. It says a fake summer fling between a stand-in girlfriend and a handsome business heir becomes way too real in this glittering new romance by Christina Forrest. So I won't read it more than that, but it's a romance. It's good. It's a good beach read. It's a good, just, I need these things to cleanse me in between some of the heavier stuff that I tend to read. So there's that. Then this one, I have 2 books by this author and have not read either. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the pink cover or what have you, or the tropical flowers, I feel like I need to read this one in the summer, and I will read her other book, which I definitely want to read, but I feel like I want to read it in the fall or the winter, to be honest with you. And this is The Manual for Good Wives by Lola J. And I love this edition of the book. The other one that I have by her is called The Attic Child. And I feel like that one is going to be a little heavy. Oh, I just banged it. Is a little bit heavy. And so I figure, I think this is the way to go. So this is a very good contender. And this one, it says, to the world, Mrs. Copperfield is the epitome of Victorian propriety. An exemplary society lady who writes a weekly column advising young ladies on how to prepare themselves for marriage and be better wives. Only Adeline has never been a good wife or a mother. She has no claim to the Copperfield name, and she is not an English lady. Now an African-born black woman who dared to pretend to be something she was not is on trial in the English courts with all of London society baying for her blood, and she's ready to tell her story. So it just sounds very interesting, and I think it would be really, really cool, a cool book to read. So there's that. This next one is like, I don't know why. I don't understand why I continue to not pick this author up. I hear everybody talk about him, and he's got all these books, and I just don't know. When I go to pick them up, I look and I go, no, I'm not really in the mood. I want to be in the mood. So this is another option. And if it doesn't happen this summer, this could definitely easily go into the fall range of books that I'm thinking about reading. And this is Blacktop Wasteland, a novel by S.A. Cosby. Now, I have a couple of his on. I have this one, and I have, what's the other one called? You know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about? Razor Blade Tears. I have that one. I got that one at the book fair, and I was like, okay, I'll decide. But I think this is the first one that he wrote. I kind of want to go in order. So, isn't this his debut? I feel like this is his debut. Either way, I thought I was going to start with this one. So this is one. And this one, once known as the best getaway driver east of Mississippi, I don't know how you say his name, Beauregard, Bug Montage, has never stopped looking over his shoulder. He knows that no matter how long he's been out of the life, no one will get out completely. Now he's an honest mechanic, and he's a loving husband and a hardworking dad. But when his carefully built new life begins to crumble and a former associate comes calling with a can't-miss jewelry store heist, Buck feels he has no choice but to get back in the driver's seat. So, yeah. So, I don't know. It sounds like action pack. And I really think, I think I'm going to enjoy it. But I mean, I just feel like I am out of the club. I feel very outside that I haven't read anything by him. And I remember President Obama praising him. And I think 2 times he's been on his list. So he must be doing something good to catch attention to him. All right, and this last one is I don't hear anybody talking about it. And I'm really, really, it just, oh my God, it sounds so good. I have to read this. And even if they start it and it spills over into September, I'm okay with that. But it just, it makes me happy thinking about it. I don't know. Let me tell you the title of it and show you the cover so I can tell you what it is. It's called Read Until You Understand, and it's by Farah Jasmine Griffin. It's the profound wisdom of Black life and literature. And first of all, look at this amazing cover. I love this cover. I love it, right? She's a professor of African American and African diaspora studies in English and comparable literature at Columbia University, okay? And this book is, when her father dies, I believe she inherits his big library of books, right? Let me see, books and records of Black genius, she says. And here she shares a lifetime of discovering, from Phillis Wheatley, Frederick Douglass, Francis Harper, and Malcolm X to Toni Morrison, Romare Bearden, and Marvin Gaye, and Jesmyn Ward, among others. With an eye on the present, she explores the strength of Black life and art through such themes as justice, rage, self-determination, beauty, joy, mercy, asking readers to grapple with the struggle of Black freedom and the ongoing project that is democracy. You know, I think I've talked about that on this channel, you know, that I just, you know, there's a frustration of, you know, having access to Black authors and the plethora of other or white authors that are out there, but there's just really hard. There are some out there now, but really in the grand scheme of things, it's still small. And to have access to books that have people like you writing them and characters that are like you are just invaluable. And so I remember, like, you know, learning so much more once I had gotten to college and gotten some more exposure to other books and other authors, as well as into adulthood. I still continue to learn. So I'm really kind of curious how she's going to lay this out. It can be done really well, really boring. But I'm hoping that it is done really well, and that I take to it, because it just sounds really interesting. And I love the title, Read Until You Understand, because, you know, I don't take for granted that, you know, I am in the time where I can read and write, and it's okay and acceptable. But in the past, you know, that was not so. So I really am looking forward to what she's going to put in this book. So those are the books that we're looking at, right, for August options. Now, let's look in here. Trusty little jar. Oh my God, it's got dust on it because it has not been used in a little while. I don't know when's the last time I opened this with you guys, but let's pick at least two, because, you know, sometimes it's not. And I'm going to apologize because I'm going to hold it up close to you to see it, but I have not taken off my gel polish and it's peeling, and I'm really bad. I start to peel it, which is not good. So it's not off, so you're going to see something like Frankenstein hands. Okay, all right, here's one. I feel this is going to be a good one. Please don't be a fat book. Just be a small book that's really good. All right, so this is our first one. I'm going to turn it to you guys first. I don't know if it goes this way or which way. Oh, this way. 7. Okay, so we have, oh, what did I just say? I said, don't want it to be a big book. Does not say 7, and it looks thick, but it is soft cover. Okay, so 7. Proof of it. Okay, oh boy. All right, let's see. Please let it be something good. Okay, I do want to read this. Am I in the mood? I don't know. Maybe I can be. It's a science fiction book that I own. I own two of them. And this is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. A world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. Humanity has conquered all those things and has even conquered death. Now scythes are the only ones who can end life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the population under control. Citra and Rowan are chosen to apprentice to a scythe, a role that neither wants. These teens must master the art of taking life, knowing that the consequences of failure could mean losing their own. They learn living in a perfect world comes only with a heavy price. So this one, when it was written, was very popular, and people really liked it, and I just found it interesting. And I love the play. Like, if you can look at that, look at the face that's right here, and then the face here. Like, I love when they play with it like that. I'm gonna apologize again for my fingernails, but yeah. So okay, so let me see how big it is though. Ooh. Yeah, it's about it's about 440 pages. Okay, and maybe I could pair it with an audio though. It is a possibility. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna go with number 2 and see what happens. Okay, that is good. I think that one would be one I would still keep and would be curious to read. Some of them I might just be like, no, I'm not interested anymore. So let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. I said, don't give me a big one. And they gave me almost a 450-page book. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. And here comes the next one. Can you see it? Am I putting it right? 2. Okay. We're going backwards. 2's a hardcover. And it's not thin. It's not as thick as the other one. So, okay. Let's see what we got here. I do like unwrapping things. So that is so good. Oh, this would be great. I kind of want to read this one during the March mystery, Ooh. It's a mystery. And it's by Grace F. Edwards. She's the author of If I Should Die and other books. I believe I had bought another one of her book. But this one is called A Toast Before Dying, a Molly Anderson mystery. And this is it right here. And let me show you. And there's the author in there as well. And this one is about, it says, Molly Anderson is back following the stunning debut of Edward's first mystery, If I Should Die. Here is the next books in the series starring this savvy Harlem sleuth. So I don't remember reading If I Should Die. So I feel like this one will be read only after I read the other one. Unless I put it in here, which would be really bad for me to put something that's part of a series in a book 2. But because I still want to read this, I really do, I definitely think that I would still keep this. So, because this was a mystery, and I'm going to put the thing in there, I'm going to pull one more. And I wouldn't read this. I won't read books out of order like that. Oh. Do you know, I thought this said 2 and it says 20. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is, okay. It's not like we can edit it. Y'all saw it. You saw me say 2 and you said 20, right? And you're probably yelling into the thing. Belinda, it says 20. Okay, well, this will work out. The only problem is when I pull 2 later on, I'm going to be like mad. This is the one I was supposed to pull, which is 20. Oh my, what a day. Oh, it's already starting to open too. It was meant for me. Okay, so I am going to... I'm just going to keep this because I'll maybe what I'll do is go in there and pull out 2. So I just won't pull it later on. Oh, okay. All right, so what I was supposed to pull. Oh, I remember getting this a long, long time ago. I've never read anything by her. Geraldine Brooks. She's the Pulitzer Prize winner of the book called March. And this is People of the Book, a novel. A really cool cover though. Really cool. It's like metallic. Like, that's really pretty. This is old. Let me tell you, and it's used. I can tell by looking at it. I bought it probably at the Savers. So it was published in 2008. So that's a while back. So anyway, all right, it says Hannah Heath, an Australian rare book expert, has been offered the job of a lifetime: analysis and conservation of the famed Sarajevo Haggadah, rescued from Serb shelling during the Bosnian War. Oh, interesting. Remember, I read about that in that other book that I read this year and I really was interested in. Okay. Priceless and Beautiful. The book is one of the earliest Jewish volumes ever to be illuminated with images. When Hannah discovers a series of tiny artifacts in its ancient binding, an insect wing fragment, wine stains, salt crystals, a white hair, she begins to unlock the book's mysteries, ushering in its exquisite and atmospheric past, from its salvation back to the creation through centuries of exile and war. Inspired by a true story, People of the Book is a novel of sweeping historical grandeur and intimate emotional intensity, an acclaimed and ambitious work for a Pulitzer Prize-winning author. Wow. It does sound kind of interesting. Huh. Look at this. Yeah, I definitely got this in the used bookstore. And then this is from Virginia. It's Renovation Resources. It's somebody's business card. I won't say their name out here because it has their phone number and everything and their address. They do sinks, faucets, tiles, and more. And they put it in here as a bookmark. Okay. You know what? I'm going to who knows? There could be hidden gem. I didn't read it. It might be really good. So these are the two. I'm going to put the other one. I can't believe I said two. I just read it wrong. So these are the ones that are going to do, or that are options. Read it or ditch it. And then, all right, so we got all that out of the way. So my books that I'm going to give away, that I have two of, I got to come up with what can I say? All right. Okay. I think I have an idea. All right. So here's the book for anybody that wants to read it. It's brand new. I bought it because, I vacation often on Martha's Vineyard, and this one is set in Oak Bluffs and Martha's Vineyard. And I like Tiffany D. Jackson's books. She writes, do I say mostly young adult? But I do feel like there are some heavier ones that she's written that I feel like, that I can appreciate as an adult. I'm obviously not a young adult. But this one came out, I think, last year. So if you'd like to get this book, and I'll read the description to you. Let me read the description. Brooklyn girl, Kehlani McKinnon, feels like a fish out of water. She's spending the summer with her family's friends in their huge house on Martha's Vineyard, and the vibe is definitely snooty. Still, there are beautiful beaches, lots of ice cream, and a town full of fascinating Black history, plus a few kids her age who seem friendly. Until the shocking death of a teenage boy. Was it a drowning, a shark attack, or the unthinkable murder? Kehlani is determined to solve the mystery, but her investigation uncovers shattered secrets that could change her own life as she knows it, if she survives. This is a middle grade debut. Yeah. So if if you're okay with that, it's really beautiful. It's got really nice, the sprayed edges is really pretty. I don't think the cover has anything on it. Oh, well, that's good. It's engraved. It just says blood in the water. Actually pretty though, just nice on it. On a blue cover. So, okay, so what would I want you to do? Okay, so in the comments, haha, you're gonna be forced to comment. In the comments, leave me a recommendation of a book. It can be any genre that you enjoyed, but it has to be at least 2 years old. I don't want any new release recommendations. I want something at least 2 years old. So come up with a book that you can recommend for me, and yeah. And then I will take the names and I will put them in a jar, or I will use one of those things online, and I will pull it in my next video and I will mail this to you after I get all your information. If nobody decides that they want this, then I will, maybe I'll sell it. It is brand new, or I will send it off to the lovely donation place. But if you do want the book, just leave me a recommendation of a book, any genre. I'm leaving it very open. Yes, that you think I might like. Okay, so that you have to think a little bit about me. And it can't be written, it has to be written before 2024. Okay, or 2000 and, yes, let's say 2024 and older. So I can get it, because I have enough of the current stuff. So I want some backlist stuff, and if it's really old, that's fine too. Just, something that you think that I would like. I like historical fiction. I like mystery. I like not high sci-fi, but I do like science fiction. I do like fantasy. I like cozy mysteries. So you have a lot of leeway. All you have to do is give me a good recommendation and put your, obviously your name will be there. And then I will pull the name, and we will figure out how to get the information so I can get you the book. But anyways, that is my giveaway. These are the books that I'm going to possibly, well, with the exception, they have these two. We'll put them on here. So these are the possible book options I have to choose one for August. Probably only read like 2. But you know what? I like having the option because it just makes it less stressful, because I have a lot of things and I tend to kind of just go all around. So if I have a parameter of what I could choose from, it will make me more likely to be able to read more than you think, despite the fact that I have many, many books that are here that could be read. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling these. I don't know which one I'd start with. I think probably one of these two would be the starting place, because I think this will be fast. And this one, I think, is going to be summary, and I want to make sure I get it done during the summer. So I probably would start with these and then work my way through the list here. And we'll see. And I can't believe I pulled the wrong book. I think that's so funny. Anyways, let me know what you're reading, how your summer's going. It's going way too fast. Fast approaching is the Comic-Con. I'll be going to that, so I'll give you guys some updates on that. Maybe I can do a little bit of video footage of it. It's really crazy, but it's very fun, and we go every year. So, and I'm also going to a book festival, so I don't know if I'll be doing a video before then or afterwards, but I will try to gather a little. I'm shy about video footage in public, but I'll try to get a little bit of it. I know it doesn't really seem like I'm shy, the amount of talking I do, but anyway, I will see you guys soon, and thanks for watching to the end, even though I bribed you. All right, bye.